güzel, çok yoğun ve çok kalabalık bir görüşme şeyi oldu ki bir 5 dakika içerisinde katılanlarla devam edecektir. Öncelikle hepimiz hoş geldik. Umarım aramızda oruçlular varsa biraz böyle iftar saatine denk geldiği için çok özür diliyoruz. Fakat aradaki 7-8 saatlik farktan dolayı da hızlı bir şekilde bu süreci başlatmak durumunda kaldık. Ben şimdi sözü bizim partnerimiz olan kurumun yöneticisi olan Paul'e bırakacağım. Paul bir giriş yapacak. Katılan okullarımız sırayla kendilerini tanıtacaklar. Hepsine 10-12 dakikalık süreçlerde vakitler verdik. Bu 10-12 dakikalık süreçlerde kendileri okulları hakkında sizlere bilgiler verecekler. Bu bilgilerle birlikte ilerleyen adımları ben zaten sizlere ve ben ve Şevval Hanım. Bu arada Şevval Hanım bir elinizi kaldırın. Siz de tanısınlar. Tamam.
Merhaba herkese. İyi akşamlar diliyorum.
Bizler burada sizlere aslında destek olacağız. Destek ekibi olarak yanınızdayız. Dediğim gibi güzel bir seminer olacak. Hani bu kadar iyi okulu arada görebilmek de bizim için de tabii bir mutluluk oldu. Umarım güzel geçecek. Sorularınız olduğu zaman da önceliğimiz, akışımız şöyle olacak. Okullarımız ilk önce Paul bir açılış yapacak. Ondan sonraki adımda kurumlarımız kendilerini anlatacaklar. Kurumlar kendilerini anlatırken bazen prezentasyon yani PowerPoint kullanacaklar. Akabinde bittikten sonra da soru cevap şekline gireceğiz. Bununla ilgili dediğim gibi aklınıza hangi soru gelirse gelsin sorabilirsiniz. Bizler burada onlara bu konularda bilgilendirmeleri yapacağız diyorum ve ben de başlatıyorum artık. First of all, thank you so much for attending the first the webinar. And firstly, I'm pleased. And could you introduce yourself, Paul?
Yeah, sure. Well, first of all, merhaba to everyone. I do want to say I am so sad that we cannot be there in person. Typically, we would be traveling to Turkey in person. I actually lived in Turkey last year. Safa knows that. I lived in Kadıköy, and then after that, I lived in Ataşehir. And I miss it. I miss Iskender kebab every day. I miss it. Anyway, welcome everyone to this virtual boarding school seminar. My name is Paul Salazar, and our organization helps to represent American boarding schools around the world. We work hand in hand with some of the best local education consultants, and we are proud to be working with Safa and Edubucks to help provide you all with the information you need to make the big decisions of studying abroad. We have worked with Edubucks for a long time, and I can most certainly say they're fantastic and a trustworthy group, and you're all in very good hands. I also want to take this time to congratulate each one of you for being here. The idea of studying abroad across the world in a foreign country with a different culture, language, and cuisine is never an easy decision. In fact, when I was younger, I also studied abroad on more than one occasion, and it's a whirlwind of emotion. Excitement, being nervous, anxious, and maybe a little bit scared is all normal. But leaving family and friends behind takes strength and courage. However, studying and living abroad provides truly a life-changing experience for you. By living abroad, you'll become a stronger person, a more focused person, who better understands the world around you and how it works. In fact, this opportunity is different than a lot of others because you may have the opportunity to attend an elite American boarding school. This is your best chance of being put on a path for success. These schools often send students to some of the best universities in the United States and go on to make massive changes in the world. I think what is perhaps more important is that these schools, by their nature, adopt a holistic approach. Their goals are to prepare your mind, body, and soul. Yes, it is important to prepare you for a top university of your choosing, but it is equally as important to instill the morals and the ethics needed to improve your life in every facet: academics, professional, and your personal life. So we do sincerely hope that you enjoy these presentations. And please ask any question you find may be relevant. This is a chance for you to go live a life at these boarding schools. So any questions about the dorms, about classes, about roommates, this is all relevant. So please ask these questions. And I'll turn the time back over to Safa, and we can begin with the schools.
I think that firstly, and I will share something your speech in Turkish, and because you know that our families doesn't speak English.
Sure.
Öncelikle tabii Paul Bey'e çok teşekkür ediyoruz. Biz Paul Bey'le çok uzun yıllardır birlikte çalışıyoruz. Paul Bey dünyanın en büyük kurumlarından bir tanesinin şu an bizim bölgemize bakan tarafının da sorumlusu. Bizler bu çalışmaları yaparken tabii ana partnerlerle birlikte bu süreçleri yönetmek durumundayız. Ve uzun yıllardır da tabii az önce de kendisinin ifade etmiş olduğu gibi herhalde ismi Paul olmasa buradan bir Türkiye benzetirseniz inanılmaz böyle bizi çok sever, ülkemizde çok iyiler. Uzun yıllar boyunca da buraya geldi gittiler, eşiyle birlikte de kaldılar. Ve bunlar bizim için artı avantajlar çünkü Amerika'nın iyi dediğimiz yatılı okullarını karşımıza alabilmemiz için bunlar bizim için büyük şanslar. Kendisinin de aslında ifade ettiği gibi burada okullar kendilerini tanıtacaklar. Bu okulların en önemli özellikleri aslında bunlar besleyici okullar diye adlandırılan. Yani zamanında nasıl işte Robert Koleji Boğaziçi'ni beslemek için kurulduysa mantık olarak bu okullarda bundan yüzyıllar önce kurulurken iyi üniversiteleri beslemek için kurulan üniversiteler. Burada tabii ki sizlerden özür dilerim üniversiteyi besleyen liseler. Sizler burada aklınıza gelebilen işte sınıfla ilgili, yatakhaneyle ilgili, okulun dersleriyle ilgili ya da üniversiteye hangi okullara yerleşeceklerine ilgili bütün soruları sorabilirsiniz. Bu konuda zaten dediğim gibi biz sizlere, ben ve Şevval Hanım destek vereceğiz. Okay. Who wants to start? Who is the first one?
I'll start from San Domenico. I think that was
perfect.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yes. So let me share my screen.
Yes, you can. Perfect.
So hello, everyone. I guess you didn't get a chance to see who I am before I shared my screen, but my name is Colleen, and I am from San Domenico School, which is in California. It's a beautiful day here in sunny Marin, and I'm going to take the next 6 to 7 minutes to kind of walk you through who we are and what we do at San Domenico. So first of all, we are located in California. We're about 15 minutes from San Francisco. And the reason I put this up front is that when you are choosing a school, obviously academics and the whole extracurricular and all the enrichments that a school can offer is so important. But it's also important to be in an area where you also can be nurtured culturally and get a sense of what it's like to really live in another country. And so being close to San Francisco and being able to engage in all the things that a big city like San Francisco offers is really important. So we have, you know, some of the best universities within 15 to 20 minutes to an hour away by plane. We have major culture, we have sporting events. We are located in probably one of the most beautiful places in the world with beaches, mountains, skiing, national parks, really very, very close. And of course, it's very easy to get to us. We have 2 international airports, so it's very easy flight from most cities in Europe and in Asia. A little bit about us. We were founded 170 years ago. We are the oldest independent school in California, 680 students. We are K through 12, 340 in our upper school, which is our grades 9 to 12. 60% of our students come from local areas or within California or the United States. And then we do have 40% or international coming from 16 countries. So one thing to preface here is we're a day and a boarding school, with our boarding being right on campus. We also really focus, as many independent schools do, on a very small class size and a really low teacher to student ratio. So we are averaging about 8 to 1. As a school, academically, we are ranked in the top 4% of all independent schools across the U.S. And we're also very proud of our STEAM or STEM program, as some of you know it. And that ranks also in the top 5%. I'm going to explain a little bit more about how we do this in a minute. we offer a very wide range of curriculum across our college prep program, including the opportunity for students to really dive down into very specific academic areas that they want to get into, whether it's AP math courses, calculus, multivariable calculus, different programs like that, psychology, where they can get a more advanced program, which is basically a college course offered in their junior or senior year at San Domenico. We also have a tiered system, so kids who are more advanced and would be qualifying as honor students, they also get to take a little bit more challenging course than some of our other students who might just want to take a regular course. We're able to really focus in on these different types of learning levels within our school because we have this incredible resource called our faculty. Super inspired. Their main passion in their life is to educate young people. They've been doing it for a long time. Most of them, 75 to 80%, have advanced degrees, masters, and that type of thing. One of the things that we are dealing with in the situation with the COVID-19 outbreak is that many schools have had to close their schools to in-person learning, and we've had to pivot to distance learning. So one thing I wanted to reference here is that we are currently doing that. We'll graduate our seniors on May 30th. But we do hope to be able to open up the school in fall with in-person learning. It might look a little different than what we have traditionally done, but we'll continue to do that. And we will offer distance learning for students who might not be able to get to campus because of travel bans or visa issues. And they'll follow the same protocols we're offering right now, which is both a synchronous and an asynchronous learning environment. We have twice a week, we're checking in with the students. We're doing student assemblies. We have our mentors connecting. We have our counselors connecting. And most importantly, we've added back in all of our extracurriculars, so students are not missing out on that. Our coaches are checking in, providing training regimens with all of our athletes. And then lastly, we're using a platform that is very easy for our students around the world to use: Zoom, Canvas, and Google Hangouts. Just in terms of structure, we are on a block system, and our classes are 80 minutes long. And the reason we do that is because we feel like that's the right amount of time to really dive into our subject material. And it gives us a lot of time in the classroom to do project-based work and a lot of discussions, which is really the hallmark of our academic program. We basically will have 4 to 5 classes a day, a study hall maybe, depending on the kids' schedule. We do a lot of student assemblies, and then once a week we offer an extracurricular, which allows students to take a class that's non-academic, but maybe something that they wanted to dive into, like photography or gardening or something like that, but they just have never had time in their schedule to do that. This next screen just gives you an idea of kind of what a typical day is, essentially in class from 8:10 to 3:10. And then all of our day and boarding students get together after school at 3:15, and we share a snack. We kind of nourish our souls again with some food, and then everyone kind of goes off to all of their fun activities in the afternoon, be it clubs, athletics, dance, theater, robotics, whatever it is that kids are into. They would then spend time after school doing that. Our boarding students then come back and have activities in the evening. So I've talked a little bit about academics, but one of the things that really is wonderful about San Domenico is the breadth that we offer in the arts. We are a music conservatory. We have 30 dedicated faculty from all over the world that come in and teach a pre-professional strings, classical strings program, and we also have a heavy emphasis in contemporary music. We have bands, we have ensembles, vocal, the list goes on. 30 rehearsal halls for our students to practice in. Additionally, we offer a very rich program in visual and digital arts. We're one of the very few schools in the Bay Area that have a 4-year film program. We've had a lot of success with that. And then we have a 3D lab where students can work on design principles and create different projects, tinkering. It's really a great space. It's about 2,500 feet where students are able to come in there and work on their own. We always have a dedicated staff person there to help them with some of the equipment that's down there. And then lastly, performing arts, which is really dance and theater. It's probably one of the most active and innovative in the Bay Area. We do multiple productions a year, and it's very satisfying to the students who have interest in that. Athletics, it's a great place to be an athlete at San Domenico. 14 sports, 20 teams. This past year we had 9 BCL. BCL is the league we operate in, a very competitive league. We've had 9 championship teams, so we are very successful. And it's a great environment for our athletes. Last year, we had 25 all-league athletes being recognized. We have obviously lots of facilities to support them. And most importantly, our coaches are just amazing individuals who both have collegiate and professional playing experience, but really are focused on developing the student and the athlete together. Going on, these are just a list of some of the facilities we have: training, pools, tennis courts. But the other piece that's super important to us, academics, arts, is the ability for students to really engage in their community through social connections. And of course, we have many, many ways for them to do that. Clubs, and these are all student-driven clubs. They've decided they want to have a group, and they just work with our Dean of Student Life to get those approved. We have field trips. We have class trips to create bondings at the beginning of the year. Spring Discovery is a program where our students are off campus for a week, learning outside. So the world is their classroom outside. So that could be a trip in Catalina, studying marine biology. It could be a trip up to Ashland, Oregon to work on Shakespeare presentations. It could be going to New York to, if you're a theater student, to really get behind the scenes of a Broadway play. Service is a huge part of our program. And of course, we have weekend activities for our boarders and our day students, and sports, as I mentioned, is a big thing. So there's always a game to go to and something to connect with. In the boarding, like I mentioned, we are an on-campus boarding. We don't do any host families. So all of our students live together as one big happy family. We have 130 boarders. We do weekly community dinners, which is our house dinners. And then we have 3 residence halls that basically houses all of our students, with about 16 to 20 faculty who live on campus. Because of our location, it's extremely safe. We have 24-hour security. We also have all of the medical facilities nearby, and then a 24-hour nurse and an infirmary located on campus. In the end, why most parents choose a school like San Domenico or an independent school is because you really do want to set your kids up for an incredible collegiate experience. We are very proud to say that our students have really had exceptional opportunities afforded to them. We have 2 dedicated counselors that work with our students from 9th grade on to 12th to help them find the right college fit. 95% of our students matriculate to their top 5 choices, and that's pretty amazing. And some of those choices include what you see on the screen right now: Stanford, Harvard, UCLA. The UC system is exceptional here in California, and a lot of our students like to stay on the West Coast and matriculate there. And then we're also really proud that they were also able to receive about $7 million this year in merit awards. Normally, this is where I would show a video of our students talking about their experience, but because of Zoom and the lag, I decided just to show some pictures of the campus. So this is San Domenico campus. It's 575 acres. As you can see, we're set in a nice little valley with hills all around us. So it's a great place if you like to hike and run. You can start to see some of our facilities, the turf, the pools. We have an equestrian center as well. But most importantly, you can see the bay. So I'm a water person, so having the bay around is really a nice thing. You don't have to go more than 10 to 15 minutes to get to water. And of course, San Francisco's right over here, just across the bay. This is just a picture of the entrance of our school. That is where our students dine. We have over 1,000 people in this dining hall a day. The food is great here. It's all, we try to do mostly organic, but it's all sourced from local farms. This just is a picture of what it looks like to be sitting outside, maybe eating your lunch outside our dining facility, looking over one of our turf fields. And this is our boarding program. Over the past 3 to 4 years, we've been renovating all of our dorms. We continue to do that. Right now, this particular picture showcases an area outside of our main lounge where we have Saturday barbecues. There's fire pits out there, and just a really nice place for students to hang out. This is a picture of one of our lounges. This is where our students gather at 3:15 and kind of connect with other students before they go on to their after-school activities. As I said, sports is huge at San Domenico. This is a picture of our dorms. This is a volleyball game. And we do badminton there as well, and basketball. Picture of our turf field. Our pool, which is now and you can see our pool is right off of our dorms. So essentially, a dorm student has all of these amenities within a very, very close proximity. This is a picture of our new, a rendering of our new aquatic facility, which was supposed to be started right now, but because of COVID, it's been pushed off until next spring. But this will bring a brand new pool. It'll bring water polo to our facilities. We'll also have a brand new fitness area and a new community center. So lastly, just to support our students who are really interested in the arts, we have a whole Hall of the Arts area, which also houses our music and performance theater, our 30 rehearsal studios, our dance studio. And then just to give you a sense of what some of our labs and classrooms look like, this gives you an idea. We have a science and technology center. Again, a lot of our STEM and STEAM programs, computer science, engineering principles are all run out of here. And then here's the picture of our 3D lab. This has essentially been completely redone over the last 6 months, so it doesn't quite look like this. It's much cleaner. But it is where our students go to kind of, they're wanting to build projects, and it's open to every classroom for teachers to bring in their students to really apply this design thinking into some of their project-based programs that they're working on. And of course, this is where our robotics teams work out of as well. So that's a little bit about us. I think one of the things that I wanted to leave you with is just who we are looking for as a student. And obviously, you know, we're looking for someone who really wants to challenge themselves in learning, curious, inquisitive, asking questions, who are leaders, not necessarily always in the most outward way. Maybe they're a quiet leader, but we still recognize they have leadership. We're looking for kids who want to contribute to a meaningful dialogue about what's happening in the world and how their learning can maybe change some of the things that they see in their future. And then we're also very, very, very focused on creating social change makers. And this is, taking an active course in, environmental issues. It could be in changing how women's roles in culture moving forward. It really doesn't matter. It's really what is driven by the students. We want to support them in being able to make the changes they see that are needed in their futures. And of course, athletics is really important, and we want to support athletes who really do want to develop their skills and perhaps also be able to engage in their collegiate activity, in their athletic activities in college. So thank you very much for the time. I'm sorry that we have to do this in such a non-personal way. I would love to be there in person with you, but I would love the chance to be able to connect with you at some point. So thank you.
Thank you, Colleen. And the second one, the Washington Academy, and Mr. Scott.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brittany Gackham. That's okay.
This is the guy.
It was
Sorry.
supposed to be my colleague.
Yeah,
That's okay. It's okay. So my name is Brittany Gackham, and I am the Director of Admission at Washington Academy. It's nice to meet everyone.
Hello.
Perfect. So I will share my screen. I also have a PowerPoint presentation. So just one moment, and I will do that. Can everyone see my PowerPoint now?
Yep.
Perfect. So on the opposite coast of California is the East Coast, and that is Maine. So we are Washington Academy, and we were established or founded in 1792. We are one of the oldest schools in the United States. So here we are, we're located in Maine. We're on the coast near Canada. We live in a very small, safe, rural area. If you research Maine on the internet, you will find it's one of the safest states in the United States. This is an aerial view of our campus. As you can see, there's a river that runs through campus that empties into the ocean here at the top of the screen. We are 75 acres in the New England area. Today, for instance, it's a very pretty 70 degrees here, sunny. Not always that way. We have all 4 seasons, but it's a beautiful spring for us. Average temperature here between 32 and 79 degrees Fahrenheit, 0 to 26 Celsius. We have a fitness center directly on our campus. We have about 400 students total. About 325 are day students local to the area, and about 75 are international boarding students from 20 different countries. We have a 12-to-1 student-teacher ratio with an average class size around 12. We offer 14 AP classes and 9 dual enrollment college classes where students can take the class that receives high school credit as well as university credit. We offer more than 100 courses in total, SAT college prep. We offer English as a second language classes, and we're also a TOEFL test center. Signature programs, being that we're located on the ocean, include marine biology, coastal ecology. We also have modern day apprenticeship and outdoor leadership. STEAM, I know we talked about that a little bit earlier in Colleen's presentation, melding all of the science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics all into one course load, including applied engineering, a very popular course for us. Sports. We offer 17 varsity level sports, including volleyball, American football, soccer, cross country, golf, basketball, cheering, just to name a few. Performing arts. We live in an area where the arts are encouraged, and we have a lot of eclectic art type of a stigma around our area. And so the arts are a really important part of who we are, between the performing arts, visual arts, drama. We offer Art 1, Art 2, and AP Studio Art. Our residential life program. This is a shot of prom last year here. We have clubs and activities that are organized for the students. We offer more than 25 different clubs, student-driven, as many of the clubs and activities are. We offer weekend trips to the students throughout New England. We also organize trips for college visits, being that New England is a very popular place for students to visit colleges as well. We offer full year study, semester, short term, summer camps, and we're also working on an online platform. We were actually working on this before COVID-19 pandemic, but we are working on that. Our current school is online, like many schools are, through Google Classroom, Zoom, but we also have an online access as well for Washington Academy. It's called WA Online. Our daily schedule is also a block schedule, offering 80-minute classes. This encourages time, especially in the science-related courses, to learn a specific piece of information, and then you can apply that to what you've learned by practicing it in the lab. And so then the evening activities as well, with dinner, free time as well, and then lights out typically is around 10. So that's just a short, brief overview of our school. Thank you so much.
Okay. The next one, Knox Academy from New York.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me today. I also have a presentation just to give you an overview of Knox and to learn a little bit better about our program. So I'll share that with you now. So the Knox School is located on the North Shore of Long Island. We're about 1 hour away from New York City. And we have a really great community, both near our campus as well as within reach through New York City. We're about 1 hour, 15 minutes away by train. We're located on 40 acres of land. We're actually right on the water, right on the beach. So we have water access for our students. We go to the beach quite often. This is just a picture of our campus here. And so, like I said, we're about 1 hour from New York City. We're also 1 hour away from JFK International Airport, so there's a lot of direct flights and accessibility for our students. And we also pick up our students from the International Airport on travel days, as well as departure days when they need to get to the airport. Knox is very unique in that we are a college preparatory school. We're grades 6 through grades 12. So our goal is for our students to get into top U.S. colleges and universities around the U.S. And we've really been able to help our students in that process with not only matriculating some of the top honors programs, Ivy League schools, but also really finding their niche in specific programs such as the arts or athletics. And our students have received over $6 million in scholarships over the last 2 to 3 years every year. And our graduating class is about 30 to 35 students. Now, Knox is very unique in a sense that we are very much like a family. We are a total of 165 students. Half of our students are day students that live in the area. The other half are boarding students from all over the US and all over the world. Though we're small, we represent 17 different countries. So you really get a true diverse experience when you're here at Knox. And we actually currently have a very strong Turkish student population on our campus, from not only directly from Turkey, but also in our immediate community and our day students. So we have just some examples of some graduates who have graduated with us over the last year or two. As you can see, we do have a few Ivy League acceptances. We have students accepted to Ivy Leagues every year. It's usually 1 to 3 students, but it's more than just making sure that they're getting into top schools. It's finding the best fit program for them, for what they want to study, and also what type of student they are. And that's really important when finding a fit for a school, not just in university, but also when a student is looking for a high school experience abroad. So being that we are a small program and able to really have that familial support, is that our academics are really strong with really top academic rigor, making sure that our students are well-rounded, not just in the academics, but in the arts and the athletics, but also in their experiences in the classroom. Our peak programs are not only just in the arts and the humanities, but also in our STEM program. We have a full STEM lab on campus with 3D printers, 3D scanners, full software and coding software for students to try, as well as the full robotics team. We also, part of our academic program is include a dual credit college level program. So on top of our 24 AP and honors courses that we offer, we also include dual credit, dual enrollment programs, meaning that we pair with local colleges and universities in our area, and students can take college courses on our campus with our teachers who are accredited by these college programs. So when they graduate, they will receive a college transcript as well as their high school diploma. This is very important, especially with Stony Brook University. It's one of the top research hospitals on Long Island in New York, and students will then are able to work with Stony Brook University. We actually have quite a few students who end up getting admitted to them once they graduate from Knox. Our whole program, when it comes to having academic support, is for students to not just be successful here at Knox, but beyond. Also part of our academic program is that we have what's called English as a New Language program. So students that come in with an English proficiency that still needs to be improved, they get additional support as part of their academic studies, while also still being mainstreamed into classes and getting a true cultural and academic experience while in the US. Being entwined with other students from all over the US and all over the world will help build their language. And throughout this whole process in academics, we have college counseling. In order for our students to be successful beyond, we have to make sure that we're setting them up in that process. So our college counseling starts in grade 9, and it starts with the simple question of, what is a student interested in? And they receive one-on-one scheduling in order to build their schedule every year to make sure that they're not just getting their academic requirements completed for a high school diploma for graduation, but also that they're fulfilling their schedule with different classes and interests that they have that they possibly want to pursue when they apply to university and study there. So students, whether they're interested in humanities, history, English, can build electives in their classes, in their schedule, or they can go beyond and also include STEM classes, art classes, and things like that. This is a constant, ever-transitioning process for our students because as they grow academically and as a person, their interests will grow. So this is why it's so important to start from a younger age. And throughout their whole time while at Knox, going back to that family piece and being a small experience, they're going to not just be focusing on their academic growth, but also their social, emotional, and physical development. We here at Knox really wanted to make sure that our students are building the whole person, the whole child, because the only way they're going to be prepared for the world beyond is making sure that they are aware of themselves and their capabilities, but also knowing how to regulate themselves and have those different experiences while on our campus. Very similar to our academics and diverse campus, we also have a lot beyond in our immediate community and also having student life experiences off campus. So it's really making sure that the student is not only working hard in the classroom, but beyond and having that social experience as well. So another big piece of our program is our athletics program, very similar to what our previous presentation said. Our 4 elite programs on campus are soccer, crew, basketball, and equestrian. We have a full equestrian barn on campus with about 20 horses with a partially covered indoor ring, which you see here, and a full outdoor ring. Our students compete nationally all over the US. In addition to, as we saw before, we have the full waterfront. This is actually Houghton Hall, which is one of our residences, so the students are able to walk right down to the water. And then, of course, without the athletics, we also have the arts. Our real strength is having all 3 A's, the athletics, the arts, and the academics for our students. So our visual and performing art department is very important to us because we want students to have an exposure to different things, and this will actually be part of their graduation requirements while they're here at Knox. But there's so much more that they can do with it, with their fall and spring musicals, being involved in different showcases and art installations within our community and within our school. And students have many different options to get involved with this. Students that are more involved in the arts and want to pursue this in university, we help build their portfolio, and local art schools such as Parsons, Pratt, FIT will come to our campus and specifically look at our students' portfolios. So we have that connection with local universities, not just in the arts, but in general as well. And then, of course, without, our students here on campus, we wouldn't be the big family that we are. We have 5 dormitories on campus, which are separated by boys and girls and by grade. It's important for our students to feel like they have a space of their own while they're here on campus. We do not do homestays because we want them to be fully part of our community. And you'll notice also that our day students stay late as well to hang out with our boarding students and having that full social experience and working together on classwork. And we really are the home beside the shore. We want to make sure that they have that comfortability. They have healthy meals 3 times a day, as well as access to healthy snacks. And then, of course, they'll have opportunities for physical activity, as well as access to the community around us. For our admissions, we really make sure that we look at the whole student and we really get to know who they are. Yes, we want to see transcripts, an application, a personal statement, but most important to us, we want to have an interview with the student and really see who they are and what they're about, and knowing how they're going to grow with us in our community. I look forward to speaking to you all and hopefully seeing further interest about Knox. And if you have any other questions, I look forward to answering them. So thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much, Caitlyn. The next school from California, Monterey Bay Academy.
Yes, hello everybody. My name is Kevin Bowen. I am the vice principal for enrollment here at Monterey Bay Academy. And yes, we're coming all the way back to the West Coast in California. Our school is also very blessed to be right near large cities, but we're right on the ocean. And so I'm going to share my presentation with you, and we'll show you a little bit about my school. So my Monterey Bay Academy is literally on the ocean. We are 1 hour south of San Francisco. California is a great place to be. There's so much, as mentioned before, you have everything from mountains and skiing to wonderful outdoors, national parks, and the beach, ocean, great cities, San Francisco, LA. We are 1 hour south of San Francisco, and this is our campus. And when I say we are on the beach, we own a half mile of our own private beach, which is great. And so you can see our location there. We are just have this beautiful property. And so we try to let our students have as much access to the beach as possible. We try to get them down there so they can go boogie boarding, they can go surfing. We have world-class surfing just down the beach from us in Santa Cruz. If you've ever watched any movies about California, there's Santa Cruz Mavericks, which is an amazing surf spot just from us. And so we do have a surf club, which a lot of our students come to learn how to surf. And a lot of our students just hang out on our beach as well. Now, we're a smaller school. We are just over 200 students, and predominantly our students are boarding. But even in our small campus, we have a very diverse student body. So we're coming from all over the United States as well as all over the world. This year, we had students from 10 states throughout the United States and 14 different countries, which is one of the best things about our campus. the culture, the languages, the experience that you get when you're here. And part of that is because, like all of our schools, we have an ESL program. And so we can bring students in who need that English support. And so we can bring you in if your goal is to learn English and then go on to prepare for your college experience. We do one-year programs if you're just coming to do English. And then we also will move you on into your college prep program at our school. We're small, so our average class sizes are fairly small. We have a great academic program. We're part of the second largest private educational system for just right under the Catholic system. And so we have, in our system, we have elementary schools, high schools, as well as universities. And so the majority of our students will go on to our sister universities located all throughout the United States. And so we have a great graduation rate, and students are attending our great universities. But as mentioned before, California has an amazing university system here. And so a lot of our students come, they like to stay in California, go to the UC, University of California system. But this year and other years, we have students going to wonderful, great universities all throughout the country, and some returning back home to go to universities where they're from as well. We're located near Silicon Valley, and so one of what we found is a lot of our students will stay in the area, and we have a lot of alumni working in a lot of the tech companies just close by, whether that's Apple, Microsoft, and even some of the animations and different things. So we have our alumni are finding great love for this area, and then they find great love for their in jobs that they can combine staying in California and doing a job that they really love. We do offer a few AP classes in calculus, history, literature, and so we are focused on getting you ready. But one of our unique programs is, because we're right on the ocean, is our marine biology program. And so we try to get our students out there in the water with whale watching trips. They're actively collecting species from just outside of our campus as well as others. They're scuba diving, and you can see this is just a few miles or kilometers off of our beach. And from our ocean, or from our campus, you can see everything from whales, dolphins, seals, sea lions. It's just amazing what our bay has to offer as far as marine life. And so we try to get the students involved in that as much as possible. Our arts as well is huge. Music is one of our biggest ones. We have the different groups that tour around the country. And they were supposed to be in Hawaii right now, but unfortunately that we're postponing that trip to next year. As well as, the arts, the drama, and one of the other unique things is we have an aviation program. Right next to our beach, we actually have a private airstrip, and so we can have single-engine airplanes flying in and out of our campus. And so we offer the ground school for aviation, where you can learn all about the coursework, the classwork for flying airplanes. We actually have a simulator on campus where the students are able to fly on the computer and train and learn, and they take their test at the end of the year, and that allows them to then go on to take private lessons. We're also that also allows them to take a drone lesson test as well for getting a drone license. If students are interested in moving on and wanting to actually become a pilot, then we have an instructor that we work with that we can connect the students with, and they can learn how to be a pilot as well. So that's another fun thing on our campus. We do have, because of our ocean, we have a scuba class where they are trained in our own pool, and then they go out into the ocean and they become PADI certified. And that's a lot of fun for the students with all the marine life that's in our bay. They get to see a lot of amazing things. We do have a varsity program, although we are small. We still have a sports program, as well as an intramural program in the evenings where students are able to play and during our recreation time, they don't necessarily have to join a varsity team, but they can play in some of the sports and interact with each other down in our own campus. We are about 90% of our students live on campus, so it's a full cafeteria, full dormitory, and our school, we're focused on healthy living, so our cafeteria is vegetarian, although we allow students to have meat in the cafeteria, in the dormitories, and they have kitchens. So it's an all-you-can-eat kind of experience here. Trying to be as healthy as possible. Again, our dormitories are where almost 90% of our students live, and we have remodeled and redone a lot of our facilities, and so we're really excited about what the students get to experience. Typically 2 students per room, and they get to live together, exercise together, and we also want to make sure that your social life and you're staying active. And so again, like we have a surf club, running club, mountain biking club, golf club, all the different things. And especially our international students, we really want to make sure that they're experiencing the culture and what we have to offer and what America has to offer as well. And so we have a special international club where they get to do special activities, banquets, programs, special trips to make sure that they're seeing everything that MBA, Monterey Academy has offer, California has offer, and America as well. And some of that includes heading up the coast to San Francisco. Also, we have a world famous beach boardwalk just about 10 minutes away from us in Santa Cruz, California. And so we make sure the students have lots of activities. And then this is what our students enjoy, especially on the weekends when they're not studying. They hang out at the beach. The great thing about our coast is we have sand, and we also have rocks available for our students to play around and to enjoy time away. So we're a small little school in California, but we have a great environment to study and to come and to experience what California and America has to offer. And I really appreciate you guys letting me share that with you guys today. And thank you for the opportunity. We'd love to have you guys here.
Next presentation will be given by Reeve Fidler, and they'll be presenting West Nottingham Academy.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, thank you everybody for allowing all of us to certainly enlighten you about some schools in the U.S. Bring it back more to the East Coast again. West Nottingham, we're located in Maryland. Actually, before I jump in, I'll actually go ahead and share my screen with all of you. So hold on one second. Okay. Perfect. All right. Can everybody see my screen at this point, or hopefully? Okay. All right. So again, West Nottingham Academy. So we actually are the oldest boarding school in America, something we're very, very proud of ourselves. Again, we're kind of northeastern corner of Maryland, so we're small. We're about 100 students in total. So I always tease and say every student can have their own acre because we're about 100 acres as well. We're 9th through 12th grade, as well as a postgraduate year. The breakdown of our student body is about 85% of our students are boarding, about 15% are day students. And again, about 50% of those students are international, coming from 15 different countries, 5 different continents. Again, our student body in itself with our faculty, over 50% of them are, coming from advanced degrees within the classroom. And again, very much small classroom setting. So again, average about 7 to 1 student to teacher ratio. Within the actual classes itself, we do offer over a dozen advanced and AP courses that are offered in various disciplines, and I'll jump into that in a little bit. And again, as I kind of mentioned, we are something very proud of, the oldest boarding school in America, founded in 1744. So a lot of rich history there. So again, I'm a visual person here, so this is a good little map for you. So again, 100 acres. Geographically, we're about an hour from Baltimore, about an hour from Philadelphia, hour and a half from Washington, D.C. about 2.5 hours from New York City. And again, to kind of get to those various locations, certainly on weekends, we'll provide shuttle services, and or certainly around kind of the holidays, we'll provide transportation to various airports as well. So there's a good little visual for you. Kind of the academic breakdown of West Nottingham. So kind of the teaching techniques that really fly within our philosophy in the classroom, we're really discussion based, not a lecture style learning. So we really want students to, within the classroom, really be engaged, kind of, again, think outside the box, get involved in classes. And we do a lot of that through project-based learning. So again, not just classroom discussion, but also working on small projects within the classroom as well as outside the classroom. And a lot of that contributes to writing and speaking. So those are huge monumental pieces, certainly in the academic realm, also going into college as well. So that's something that's across our whole entire curriculum that students are really getting involved in. We do have what I call 3 unique signature areas. So one of them being environmental sustainability, STEM and innovation, visual arts, and visual and performing arts. I'll go into kind of all 3 of those in a few minutes. But those, I kind of think of those as almost pathways, or they used to come from the college admissions realm. So I think of them a lot as almost academic pillars or majors in a sense. And then again, we do have a 4-year breakdown of college counseling. So that process doesn't start just your junior and senior year. It really starts as a freshman. We're really thoughtful about how, what are you wanting to do? What are some courses that you really enjoy and excel in? And, thinking about that as you're, throughout all 4 years, as you're also visiting schools and, again, really getting to know. So our students feel really comfortable when they're in their 11th or 12th grade year. Okay, I really know what I maybe want to major in, where I want to go geographically. I think a lot of our international students, they certainly want to continue that stateside experience, but some may even go home as well too. So again, that 4-year college plan. So jumping into kind of our STEM and innovation program. So again, one of our signature areas, it's something that, again, our innovation center, it's not just for students within the program, but all other courses across campus. But, students will really start in our kind of science and engineering, principal of engineering course as a 9th grader. So I very much say it's kind of like an entry-level engineering course. Again, hands-on based, working within our wood shop, our 3D printer, our audio studio, using our 3D graphics printing as well. And again, getting to know that equipment. And again, not only just within the STEM and innovation program, but also in other courses as well. And it kind of attached to that is kind of our VEX and robotics program. So certainly a little bit more of a newer program for us, kind of now finishing up our 3rd year. We did do very, very well this year, obviously due to the COVID-19. We weren't able to, one of our teams qualified to go to the competitive World's Championship, but unfortunately not able to attend. So something we're hoping to get back again next year. And again, really that kind of hands-on process through project-based learning. So kind of the second signature program, the arts. So this is something that's really big for us. We do have kind of a couple different tiers of art, depending on the individual's needs, wants, or certainly the depth that they're looking to go into. But we do have an art and residence program, teaching program, and that's actually by one of our alums, Eric Fischel, that actually works with the New York Academy of Art. So we actually have an individual that will come to campus, and we typically have 3 throughout the year. So they'll actually be an art teacher. They'll teach within the classes. They live within the dorms, and they'll be teaching kind of within their art of norm, and whether that's kind of 3D printing, whether it's 3D modeling, whether it's painting, drawing. We've kind of had a variety of different forums, but they'll be kind of teaching students. Then we do have kind of that next step for really our aspiring artist program. So these are students that have a heavy thought process in the arts and passion, There are some special perks to being in that aspiring artist program. You do get your own studio art space and certainly special instruction as well to kind of work on certainly throughout the weekday and weekends to kind of hone your craft. And then there's kind of more an in-depth process to that, as well as our certificate program in the arts. So really being able to do like an independent study, very much kind of like an internship at the college level where they'll work with a sponsor outside or a mentor and kind of hone their craft as well. So our third signature area program is our environmental sustainability. Because we're in northeastern Maryland, the campus is certainly rural but close to civilization. We're really all about teaching our students about the environment. How do they end up giving back? And that's really kind of cross-cultural across our whole entire curriculum. Within our dining hall, we actually compost all of our leftover food, and that goes down to the local farm right down the road. And in return, we kind of use their food digester, and we actually in return get milk and ice cream, which is really cool. So students are learning that whole environmental full life cycle process throughout their whole entire time at West Nottingham. And again, we're partnered with local partnerships, as I kind of mentioned. A big piece to kind of our school across campus is our Student Environmental Council. So they really are able to kind of see, again, how are we recycling? How are we kind of getting rid of our waste? And again, that's another program that they can do an independent study in and have a mentor as well. Again, so for kind of jumping into, our students, we do offer kind of, student programming. So certainly for our ESL students, kind of two different levels within communication, so that kind of intermediate and advanced level, and then certainly going more into like the history classes, again, starting kind of humanities as a freshman and or kind of working up to kind of that world history as a sophomore, and then just kind of venturing out into out of the program as kind of juniors and seniors. But there is that support system as you first come in, specialized tutoring. Every student gets their own academic advisor. That advisor also may be their dorm parent as well. So kind of a multi-hat purpose there as well. And again, there's always going to be monthly seminars with our ESL teachers, and certainly if their travel comes up, as it kind of does throughout the year, you can kind of work with them as well. So our college counseling process, this is something that it's a 4-year process, as I mentioned, really kind of starting as their, 9th grade year and working their way up. This kind of highlights where some of our students have gone. I think a lot of it depends on kind of the level of the interest, and we want our students to go to some place that they really are going to enjoy. I know a lot of our, especially art students, have gone to RISD. I know certainly a lot of our students interested in business have gone to Boston University. So certainly kind of a variety of students. And again, especially in the STEM program, University of Maryland and Virginia Tech as well. So kind of a highlight there. Student life program really kind of jumps into kind of a combination of things, after school activities, clubs that students can get involved in. Those are kind of the pieces that we require to kind of have skin in the game in terms of the boarding school realm. But again, you don't have to be an athlete or a 3-star athlete kind of thing. You can find your niche. You can be involved in the arts. You can be involved in our yearbook or photo club. So there's kind of a wide variety of activities for you to get involved in. Weekend activities, there's always 15 to 22 different activities that are going on campus or off campus. Some of those might be nature hikes. They might be going into DC. There's kind of a wide variety that certainly is available to students in our radius as well. This is kind of a nice little render of one of our art students that actually kind of created a map of campus. So good little visual. As I mentioned again, 100 acres, 100 students. So every student could have their own acre if they wanted to, but nice little kind of circle of campus. In terms of like the application process, what we look for students, really kind of jumping in to see kind of from the student's parent perspective, in terms of a questionnaire. It really kind of gets for us to get to know you a little bit more. Always looking for kind of some recommendations from your teachers, English, math, school administrator, obviously your transcripts, the interview process. So I actually interview all of our students, domestic, international, and also parents as well too. So, I have a good sense of certainly getting to know the student body and going from there. So that's kind of the nutshell of West Nottingham, and hopefully this was helpful. And I certainly want to pass it on to kind of our next school and love to answer any questions.
Okay. Thank you so much for your presentation, Mr. Kevin. I'm sorry, Mr. Reeve. Sorry. And now, Fenfen Perkins will give their presentation from Hargrave Military Academy. Yes, please.
Okay, good evening, Turkey. My name is Elliott Perkins. I'm the ESL teacher at Hargrave Military Academy.
And my name is Fenfen. I international counselor at Hargrave. Okay.
So we both have experience, international experience. Fenfen is my wife. She's from China, and I lived in China for 7 years teaching English as a second language. So for all you international students who are out there watching, you'll be dealing with us. So let's start with Hargrave. So Hargrave is a military academy founded in 1909. It's in rural southern Virginia. It's in Chatham, Virginia. So you're definitely going to be pretty far away from large population centers as we deal with the COVID-19 crisis. We cater to grades 7 through 12, and we have an additional postgraduate year of our 5th year program. Our campus has 220 acres, so it's quite big, and we have about 150 students at the moment. Okay, our mission and beliefs. We believe that Hargrave builds young men into leaders of character, prepared for lifelong success. You'll hear that tagline quite a bit. Hargrave really focuses on character building. And we do that through our military model within a college preparatory environment. We have a 4-pillar approach to building young men. We have academics. We believe academics, athletics, character, and spiritual development create strong, well-prepared young men ready for success. Okay. And we have our first pillar here. This is our character pillar. It's also our kind of military aspect. We believe that the military model builds certain skills and attributes that will help you in life. So we have structure, teamwork, discipline, leadership, and accountability. If you commit to Hargrave Military Academy, you are not committing to the U.S. military. We are using the military model to build character. You will not have to join the U.S. military after graduation. Okay. We have our academic pillar is our second pillar. Probably one of the most famous programs that we have is our How to Study program. We have alumni from 30 years ago who still come back to Hargrave, and they praise the How to Study program and how well it prepared them for their college experience and the rest of their life. It is constantly the program is constantly updated and by the faculty and staff, and it really sets our cadets apart from other preparatory schools. We have AP and dual enrollment courses, but we push the dual enrollment courses because AP is one test, one shot. Dual enrollment courses, you get return on your work, and you will get college credit from our certified teachers. We are a college preparatory institution. From day one, you will have a counselor to help you get into a college, find the best fit for you. Spiritual life is important at Hargrave Military Academy. We are a Christian school, but we invite people from all faiths, and we do not force anyone to convert to Christianity. My wife is Buddhist. We have students, we have Muslim students, we have Buddhist students, we have students from all religions. We really push athletics at Hargrave. We are a school of motion. We're constantly moving, constantly bettering ourselves, character and physical. Something that is unique to military schools, we have a rifle program. Students shoot .22 caliber precision rifles, target shoot. We have an Olympic-sized swimming pool, which is unique to a lot of boarding schools. And we have a newly renovated weight room that you can see. We have 12 varsity sports in total. You can see they're all up on the screen there. I'm the soccer coach. I love soccer. Grew up playing soccer. Played soccer in China, not professionally, but yeah, certainly hope to see you guys on the soccer field. We also have a postgraduate program, and it's mainly geared towards building young men into better athletes. We also have credit recovery. The postgraduate program has produced 28 NBA players in the school's history. So really a competitive team. When on Friday night, when it's time to watch the ball game, you're watching some of the best high school athletes in the country. Clubs and activities. Like I mentioned earlier, we have an Olympic-sized swimming pool. So that means a really big swimming pool. We have scuba lessons, water rescue, lifeguard training. So we have a really top-notch swimming program. We have the military ball, traditional kind of Southern ball where you can invite a date and go to a dance. We have a drama club. We have numerous clubs. All are student-driven. We even had a paintball course and a paintball club this year. If anyone is interested in that. We also have activities that are military-based. We have the parade. We have marches, things like that. Again, we have a game room there. We have some guys playing in the snow. We have all 4 seasons. We have
all weekends you can do movies. We go water parks.
Yeah,
every weekend we have different things to do. No, they will not feel bored.
Yeah, we're very busy on the weekend. This is the international student group. So every year we have cadets from around the world join Hargrave Military Academy. Being international ourselves, we understand that life abroad can be a little tough. Last year we had quite a few Chinese students, so we took them out for their lunar spring festival, their Lunar New Year. So and the president of the school actually gifted them with red envelopes, which is a Chinese tradition. So really, our international program caters to the group that we have, and we try and make you feel like you're at home when you're homesick. We know how that feels. And we've had students from all over the world. Last year we had students from Africa, Asia, and South America. Okay, that's it for us. Thank you.
Evet, First of all, thank you so much for all school. And şimdi kısaca bir bilgilendirme yapalım. Ondan sonra soru cevap girelim. Bazı arkadaşlarımız bize chat kısmından da sorular sordular. Şimdi onlara da bu soruları yönlendireceğiz. Bununla ilgili tabii öncelikle çok kısa bir şekilde Şevval Hanım küçük küçük notlar aldı sizin için. Yani okulların aslında bu iyi dediğimiz ve öne çıkan aslında programları hakkında küçük bir bilgi verecek sizlere, bir brief yapacak. Ondan sonra soru cevap şekline gireceğiz. Dediğim gibi soruları isterseniz chatten de yazabilirsiniz, isterseniz buradan el kaldırma butonu var hemen sizin şeyin altında. Ona basarsanız oradan ister Türkçe ister İngilizce de sorularınızı alabiliriz. Şevval Hanım çok kısa, yani dediğim gibi böyle nokta atış bilgiler verelim. Ondan sonra dediğim gibi sorular üzerine hızlı bir şekilde geçiş yapalım.
Tamamdır. Öncelikle herkese iyi akşamlar diliyorum. Mrs. Colleen'in tanıtımını yapmış olduğu San Domenico Lisesi ile başlıyorum. Kaliforniya eyaletinde yer alıyor Amerika'nın. %40 uluslararası öğrencilerden oluşuyor. Blok sistem adını verdikleri 80 dakikalık dersler kullanıyorlar. Bu okulun en ayırt edici özelliklerinden birisi. Ve derslerin içerikleri genellikle tartışma ve proje ağırlıklı oluyor. Öğrencilerin daha iyi kavramaları adına böyle bir sistem seçmişler. Müfredat dışı etkinlikler çok fazla yapılıyor. Okulda fotoğrafçılık gibi, bahçıvanlık gibi öğrencilerin kendilerine hobi edinebilecekleri türden pek çok etkinlik için hem fiziksel koşullar oluşturulmuş, yüzme havuzları, spor salonları gibi. Görsel ve dijital sanatlarla ilgili 3 boyutlu tasarım yapılabilecek laboratuvarları var. Bu konuda yani bütün teknolojik imkanlara sahip bir okul. Ve başka ne söyleyebilirim? Mesela şöyle bir şey söylediler. Eğer tiyatro öğrencisiyseniz Broadway'de bir Shakespeare oyunu izlemeniz veya buna aktif olarak katılmanız mümkün diye bahsettiler. Ve en önemli şeylerden bir tanesi %95'i öğrencilerin Amerika'da top 5 olarak nitelendirilen okullara kabul ediliyorlar. İşte bizlerin de daha çok aşina olduğu Stanford, MIT, Harvard, Yale, John Hopkins gibi okullara. Şu an için söyleyebileceklerim bunlar.
Tamam.
Washington Akademi de Maine eyaletinde yer alıyor, New England bölgesinde. Bu çok fazla sanat imkanının olduğu bir okul için, daha doğrusu okyanus kenarında olduğu için deniz biyolojisiyle ilgili pek çok ders alma imkanı oluyor öğrencilerin. Eğer biyolojiyle ilgilenmek ve bununla ilgili bir lisans programına katılmak istiyorlarsa. Yine keza diğer okuldaki gibi sanat dallarıyla da ilgilenebilecekleri, sanatın desteklendiği bir eyalet olduğunu söylediler. Bir de New England bölgesinin en önemli özelliği az önce saymış olduğum çok ünlü okulların birçoğunun burada yer alıyor olması. Bu yüzden güçlü bağlantıları olduğunu söylediler. Yine bu okulda da spor facility'leri çok gelişmiş olduğu söylendi. Diğer okul Knox Akademi. Bu da New York eyaletinin Long Island bölgesinde yer alıyor. New York City'ye sadece 1 saat uzaklıktaymış. Uluslararası öğrenciler için havaalanına yakınlığının avantaj olmasından bahsettiler. Hatta bir pick-up servisleri varmış uluslararası öğrenciler için. Yatılı öğrenciler için de yurt olanakları var. İngilizce yeterlilik için ekstra destek birimi var. Okulun dil yeterliliklerini geliştirmek isteyen öğrenciler için akademik yazma, konuşma gibi destek dersleri veriliyor. Akademik kazanımların yanı sıra öğrencilerin sosyal, duygusal ve fiziksel becerilerini geliştirmeleri için de pek çok program barındırdıklarını söylediler. Kabul tarihleriyle ilgili bir sunum vardı. Ben onu daha sonra ilgilenenler için gönderebilirim. Monterey Bay Akademi'de de şöyle ki San Francisco'da yer alıyor. Pek çok uluslararası öğrenci var ve Amerika Birleşik Devletleri'nin 10 farklı eyaletinden de öğrenci var burada. Okulun kendine ait bir kumsalı olduğundan bahsettiler. Burada öğrenciler denizle ilgili pek çok aktivite yapabilir, surf yapabilir diye bahsettiler. Havacılıkla ilgili dersler ve havacılık lisans programı ile ilgilenen öğrenciler için özel dersler olduğundan bahsettiler. Şöyle ilgili notlarım bu kadar. West Nottingham, bir saniye pardon. West Nottingham Akademi'de Maryland eyaletinde yer alıyor. Önemli bir bilgi olarak discussion based dedikleri öğrencilerin tartışma odaklı aktif olarak katılım sağladıkları dersler yürüttüklerini söylediler ve proje bazlı öğrenme, öğrencilerin aktif olarak kendileri grup projeleri ürettiği dersler veriliyor okulda. Çevresel sürdürülebilirlik ve görsel ve performans sanatları ile ilgili bölümler var. Bölümlerle ilgili dersler var. Şöyle bir şey var. Bir de 4 yıllık bir kariyer planlaması da sağlıyor okul. Öğrencilere üniversite danışmanlığı yapıyorlar. Onların ilgileri, kabiliyetleri ve akademik becerileriyle alakalı olarak bu eksende öğrencileri doğru üniversite tercihi yapmalarına yardım ediyorlar. Genel olarak söyleyebileceklerim bunlar. Devamında sorulardan devam edebiliriz. Gelen soruları
şöyle yapalım.
ekleyebiliriz.
Öncelikle tabii biz okullarımızla ilgili olan kısımlarda bunlar bizim bütün portföyümüzdeki okullar içinde herhalde onda biri. Biz tabii seçerken biraz sizin için farklı eyaletlerden okullar seçtik. 2012'den beri danışmanlık yapan biri olarak şunu çok net söyleyebilirim ki aslında Amerika'daki belli bir statünün üstündeki okullar ki bunların birçoğu öyle zaten birbirinin çok aynısı. Yani bunlar kendilerine işte signature program dedikleri aslında imza programları. Yani bir adım öne geçtikleri programlar var. Bu programlar noktasında da sizlerin aslında işte yan tarafta sormuş olduğu bana göre chat'teki soruların cevapları bunlar olacaklar. Bunlarla ilgili şöyle yapalım. Önemli olan sorular noktasında ilk önce okullar özelinde değil de genel manada sizin tabii ki bir finansal yardım ve bursla ilgili sorularınız var. Bunları ben cevaplandırabilirim elbette ama bunu biz Paul'a soralım. Paul, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Perfect. Yes, of course, and there's some question about the financial aid and scholarship. And could you tell me and how students can get the scholarship or financial aid from schools?
Yeah, sure. I mean, this is also, when it comes to the specifics, each school will have comments of their own. But I think generally speaking, a lot of schools are well aware of the price point that is in Turkey. I think there are certain standards to be met for each one of these schools, whether it's English language proficiency, GPA, and so on. What's important to know as well is some schools in the United States will have intensive English language courses for you to take. So in terms of your English level, though, if it's something you need to work on, these may be schools that are better suited for you. If your English is at a very high level, you may have then some additional options of schools who may not have ESL courses, who expect you to have a very high English proficiency upon arrival. So that's one way to think about it, but each school will have some of their own qualifications. At this point, I think many of the schools who presented today do have resources available, and going through the process to find out what that will be is going to be a little bit different for each school.
Perfect. Şimdi aslında Pauline de söylemiş olduğu gibi birçok okulun birbirine benzeyen ama birbirinden farklı olan aslında finansal yardım ya da burs diye adlandırdığımız bir yapısı var. Bunları yaparken tabii ki çok farklı kriterlere bakıyorlar. Bunlardan bir tanesi mutlaka GPA'niz, yani sizin not ortalamanız. Bu çok önemli bir şey. Çünkü Türkiye'deki not ortalamanızın, yani asli dilinizde, ana dilinizde konuştuğunuz bir eğitimde aldığınız not ortalaması çok önemli. Bu bir. İkincisi, İngilizce seviyeniz tabii ki çok önemli. Çünkü iyi İngilizce seviyesinde olan öğrenciler her zaman okullar için daha çok tercih edilen insanlar oluyorlar. Az önce gördüğünüz en son okul çok enteresandır. Tabii benim de ilgimi çeken okul tiplerinden askeri bir sistem. aslında şöyle bir şey değil, askeri bir okul değil. Sadece askeri okulun içerisinde uygulanan sistemi uygulayan bir sistemi kendilerine almışlar. Tabii orası sadece erkek okulu ama orada çok enteresan bir şey gördünüz. Hani aramızda basketbolla ilgilenen de çok fazla öğrenci ve velisi var. Yani 28 tane oyuncusu şu an Amerika'nın en iyi basketbol liginde basketbol oynuyor. Ya da bütün okulların zaten gördüğünüz ortalama 17 ile 20 arasında farklı spor dalı var. Yani bu spor dallarının her birinin içerisinde aslında bizim çocuklarımız eğer ortalamalarımız iyiyse, dil konusunda belli noktalara gelebildiysek ya da yaptığımız bir şeyde çok iyi bir noktaya çıktıysak bununla ilgili mutlaka burs çalışmaları yapılır. Ama yine söylüyorum bunların hepsi okul özelinde olacaklar. Bu tabii ki bizim ilk adımımız arkadaşlar. İkinci adımımız mutlaka bir online İngilizce seviyesi görmek adına bir sınav yapılacak. Bunlarla ilgili de size bilgileri aktaracağım birazdan ben. Ardından bu ve bunun gibi birçok okulumuzun aslında sizlere nitelikli olarak adlandırıp sizlere değer verecek olan okul kısımlarıyla size birebir karşılıklı görüştürme fırsatını yakalayacağız biz. Bu sürecin içerisinde dediğim gibi okullarla ilgili burs ve finansal yardım kısımları okulların kendi özelleri içerisinde olacak. Burada size daha önce de aktardığım gibi tabii ki burada bütün okulların içerisinde de söylemekleri sakınca yok. Çok ciddi oranda Türk öğrenciler için bursu almaya devam ediyoruz. Almaya da devam edeceğiz. Bunlar tamamen dediğim gibi sizlerin, öğrencilerinizin ya da çocuklarınızın bu konuyla ilgili ellerinde olanlarını doğru anlatmamızla ilgili. Bir soru daha vardı. Paul, is there any IB school in this group? No.
I do not believe so.
Okay. And bununla ilgili çok özür dilerim Handan Hanım. Handan Hanım şu anki grubun içerisinde IB okulu yok. Arkadaşlar IB bilmeyenler için de söyleyelim ki hani soruyu hem atlamış oldum hem bilmiş oldum. International Baccalaureate yani Avrupa diploması veren bir program. Türkiye'de çok biliyorsunuz popülerdir. Toplamda 40-45'e yakın özel okul ve devlet okulu. Sanırım 3 ya da 4 tane de özel okul var, devlet okulu var. Bunlar bu ders programını verirler. Fakat Amerika'nın kendisine özgü aslında 3 tane süreci var. Bunlardan bir tanesi yerel müfredat. İkincisi AP dediğimiz Advanced Placement. Üçüncü dediğimizde aslında Honor Roll dediğimiz, Honor Courses dediğimiz. Yani bunları level'lara koyduğunuz zaman arkadaşlar her sizlerin iyi oldukları süreçler ya da level'lar noktasında ders alabileceğiniz aslında okullar bunlar. Bunların içerisinde de şöyle bir şey var. Siz Avrupa'dan ya da Amerika'dan bir okuldan mezun iseniz ve oradan bir diploma alıyorsanız siz dünyanın neresine giderseniz gidin artık Amerikalı bir öğrencinin üniversiteye başvuru süreciyle başvuru yaparsınız. Yani örnek veriyorum siz Amerika'da bir liseden mezun olduysanız ve Avrupa'da bir üniversiteye başvuru yapıyorsanız o zaman sizden SAT ya da ACT denilen skorlar isterler. Yani IB olmak ya da Amerika müfredatından mezun olmak arasında aslında temel manada çok da bir fark yok. Tek farkları şu, birisi daha diploma programı, birisi daha ders özelinde ilerliyor. Bu da zaten hani Avrupa'daki eğitim sistemiyle Amerika'daki eğitim sistemi arasındaki en temel fark. Şimdi bunun dışında bana soru soran kimse görmüyorum. Bir de şöyle bakalım hani el kaldıran var mıdır? Soru sormak isteyen var mıdır diye. Bakalım. Soru sormak isteyen var mı? Sorusu olan var mı daha doğrusu? Is there any question? Tamam, gayet güzel anlatmışız. Mert senin var mı yoksa sordun mu sorunu? Şöyle lower hand yapalım. Okay, I think and time is up. Thank you so much for all schools because and it was very good information to our students, of course, and it is our first step and the second step, and we will do the online English test for our students because and you want to see the English level for the student, and the third one, and we will make the one-to-one interview for you, and of course some students and has some the question maybe, and they will ask the privately by email. Sorry, there is some question. Sorry. Oh, it's a good question, Paul. There is one student, and he is the Turkish citizenship and American citizenship. And he's asking, can I get the scholarship or the financial aid?
Yeah, I think I'll turn that question over to each school specifically, because I know some schools have different policies and different rates as well that they would be at least provide access to, either if it's an American student or if it's a Turkish student. So let's start with Colleen at San Domenico.
All right.
So yeah, if he was both an American and Turkish, he has citizenship in both, his ability to get indexed tuition, which is what we call scholarship or financial aid, would not change. So he would be eligible for it either way.
Perfect.
Let's see.
İsmail Ertuğrullar, sorry, I'm answering.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Bununla ilgili çalışma izni lise çağlarında oldukları için maalesef mümkün değil. Ancak üniversiteye geçtikleri zaman yapabiliyorlar. Öğrenci 12+1 dediğimiz, yani lise sonrasındaki gitse bile lisenin altında olduğu için bu süreçte çalışamıyor. Ancak üniversiteye geçtiği zaman öğrenci çalışabiliyor. And they're asking for the work permit, but I explained, and you cannot work in the US during the high school. Kaç senelik bir öğretim görülüyor? 4 senelik hanım Emine artık isim göremediğim için. 4 sene eğitim, bizler gibi 4 senelik bir eğitimleri var. Şöyle yapalım. Bununla ilgili dediğim gibi ben şimdi arzu ediyorsanız mail adresimi chatte paylaşacağım. Bununla ilgili birebir olan, yani bir sonraki adımla ilgili olan kısımlar için sizlerle görüşmeye devam edeceğiz ki birçoğunuza zaten Şevval Hanım'ın ya da bizim kullandığımız genel hattımızı biliyorsunuz. Oradan bize WhatsApp'tan da yazabilirsiniz. Bir sonraki adımla ilgili zaten dediğim gibi benim size attığım mail adresine eğer geri dönüş yaparsanız hem bugünkü yapılan bu sunumun bütün hepsinin kayıt halini hem de okullarla ilgili olan PDF'leri sizlerle paylaşacağız. I'm just saying, and we are finishing right now, and if you share your email, and I will share all the recording and the school profile. Okay. Is there any question from school? Okay. Colleen.
So my question was, are all these students looking for fall 2020, or are some of these looking for next year?
I think 2020.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Bununla ilgili şunu sordu. Öğrencilerimizin birçoğu önümüzdeki Eylül ayı için mi bakıyorlar yoksa bir sonraki sene için mi bakıyorlar diye. Bu soruyu tabii sorarken dediğim gibi 2020 Eylül üzerinde sordum. Herkes zaten cevapları da yazmışlar orada. Ben dediğim gibi şu an bununla ilgili bütün grubun tamamına, chat tarafına bizim mail adresimizi, yani hem benim hem Şevval Hanım'ın mail adresini yazıyorum arkadaşlar ve velilerimiz. Şuraya da yazdım. Bir de support'u da yazıyorum. Arkadaşlar oradan dediğim gibi bize lütfen ulaşın. Cep telefonu olarak da onu da yazalım. Cep telefonundan da bize WhatsApp'tan bununla ulaşın. İkinci adımlarla ilgili zaten konuşacağız. And okay, Paul, and would you like to finish?
Yeah, I just want to tell everybody thank you so much. Thank you for the schools. Thank you for attending. I hope this was informational for everyone. Safa, thank you again for everything you do. We look forward to working with some of these students the next few months and getting them placed. And I do hope sincerely that we're in Turkey this fall in person. That'd be wonderful. And then until then, let's stay in close connection.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Paul. Thank you, Gian, and the other all schools. And if you have any material for the students, and please share with me. And I share my email on the chat. Dediğim gibi öncelikle arkadaşlar Bunlar bizim için tabii ki ilerisi devam edilecek olan süreçler. Bu süreçlerin içerisinde buna katılmanız çok önemli. Çünkü okulları, yapılarını çok iyi anlamanız lazım. Unutmayın, sonuçta biz Türkiye'de yaşıyoruz. Birçok konuda da haklı olarak finansal yardım ya da burs gibi konulardan bahsediyorsak, bununla ilgili ilk önce burs istediğimiz ya da finansal yardımı istediğimiz yapıyı çok doğru anlamamız lazım. Maalesef Türk öğrencilerimizin ve Türk velilerimizin bu konuda eksikliklerini gerçekten görüyorum. Biz bir şey istiyoruz ama karşı tarafın ne olduğunu bilmeden, karşılıksız sonuçta tanımadan ya da birbirine karşı ikili birbirine kazanım sağlamayan süreçlerin içerisinde aslında bu tarz konular kimseye yarar getirmiyor. O yüzden bu seminer çok önemliydi. Çok dikkatli dinlediğiniz için çok teşekkür ederim. Dediğim gibi ben mail adresimi yazdım. Sizden ricam, dediğim gibi bana mail veya WhatsApp'tan da yazarsanız ki Şevval Hanım, siz de telefon numaranızı yazar mısınız? Bunu yazalım. Hızlı bir şekilde sorusu olan olursa bize dediğim gibi her türlü konuda yazabilirler. Hepinize katılmanız için çok teşekkür ediyorum. Umarım bu hepimiz için güzel bir başlangıç olur. Bir adım sonrasında da aranızdan bir kişi, birkaç kişi de bazılarınızın gitmesine bu konuyla ilgili yardımcı oluruz. Dediğim gibi bizim amacımız bu konuda size destek olmak. Umarım sorularınıza da cevap almışsınızdır. Sorunuz olursa tekrardan görüşmek üzere diyorum. Dediğim gibi ben tekrar ediyorum. Mail adresimi ve cep telefonumu tekrardan size 0911. Şevval Hanım, sizin kaçtı? Yazdınız mı? Tamam, okey. Çok teşekkür ederiz.
Yazdım, şuradan tekrar göndereyim hatta.
Tamam. Zaten dediğim gibi birçok velimize ulaşırken kullandığımız aslında WhatsApp numaralarından bize ulaşabilirsiniz. Bir adım sonrasında dediğim gibi online olarak İngilizce seviyelerimizin mutlaka test edilmesi lazım. Bugün konuşurken ben birçoğunuzun mimiklerinden şunu anladım. Gerçekten aslında anlıyorsunuz. Bu çok önemli bir şey. Anladığınız şeyleri karşı tarafa da aktaracaksınız. Çünkü biz Türk olduğumuz için biliyorsunuz bir şeylerden korkuyoruz. Çok korkmaya gerek yok. Elimizde güzel materyaller var, güzel öğrencileriz. Güzel özelliklerimizi onlara aktarmayı öğreneceğiz sadece. Bu konuda biz sizin yanınızdayız. Hepinize çok teşekkür ediyorum. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Teşekkürler
üzere.
Safa.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.